When I was in high school, this is how we talked about drugs. This is your brain. And this is your brain on drugs. And this is your brain on drugs. Any questions? And that's how we talked about it. We didn't learn anything. We didn't understand why. We didn't know how to ask our friends who were going through issues what was going on or how we could be helpful. We got those kind of commercials. And the conversation today, it honestly hasn't really changed. Some of you guys, you don't do drugs, you don't drink, but you know people who do. And for some of you, you do these things and you don't want anyone to know about it. And then there are some of you who drink or do drugs or mess around with substances and you don't care who knows, you're gonna do it anyway. And the reason why this stuff happens, it's different for a lot of you. Some of you do it because you're bored or because you want a confidence boost. Some of you guys do it because you've got a bad group of friends and that's just what you do. And for some of you guys, you're dealing with things, you're going through issues, you've got trauma, something's happened in your life and you're using this to cope. I honestly believe one of the biggest reasons why so many people are flocking towards substances is because of detachment.
Culturally, people are being affected by detachment. And I think that that plays a huge part in where we are at today with the substance abuse pandemic, is all of these things in our lives that are designed to make us more efficient or more connected are actually making us less human and less connected than we have ever been before. And I think that that detachment that's happening is programming people to seek forms of medication. And it isn't always substance abuse. Sometimes it's technology. Sometimes it's bad relationships. It's anything that allows you to detach and not have to feel present. So what's so scary for me is I truly believe that we are priming an entire generation for substance abuse, and we are sending them out into a world where drugs are more deadly and they're more addictive than they have ever been before.
So whether it's Netflix or apps on your phone or the foods that we eat, we're all living in this culture of addiction. And the scary part about substances is that they're more addictive than ever, they're more powerful than ever, and they're easier to get than ever. Talk to any principal today and they'll tell you that vaping is an epidemic. They'll tell you that the opioid crisis is something that is really impacting their communities. This is something that's happening in high schools all across America. And one of the scariest things is a lot of us have no idea how to talk about it.
So I was a person who turned to substance abuse as a result of trauma, which we see all too often. I truly believe that what drives addiction is underlying emotional pain and trauma. And it doesn't always have to look like what I experienced living through the Columbine tragedy and being injured. Oftentimes emotional pain can be your parents going through a divorce. It can be early childhood abuse. It can present in a number of different ways, but substance abuse is always a symptom of something else. And so oftentimes people would approach me from the perspective of you need to stop using drugs and alcohol, when the truth was I needed to heal what was inside of me that hadn't been healed. I was medicating that. And so oftentimes it's going deeper than you need to stop drinking or you need to stop using drugs. Let's look at what's motivating the person to act that way, and let's talk about that.
Some of you watching this, you've got friends who are struggling, going through something difficult, or maybe it's a family member. The first place that you have to start is having a conversation with them about why, and then trying to help and encourage them to go get real help. Go talk to someone who is a professional. And for some of you, your friends are in a position where it's bad enough where you need to talk to an adult. You need to help them get help because they can't see how to do that for themselves. Some of you watching this, you are struggling. You're using things to cope with some sort of trauma or emotional pain. My advice to you would be talk to someone, talk to a friend, talk to a teacher or your school counselor. Some of you guys are right at that line where if you don't talk to someone today, it's gonna make it really difficult for you to have the life that you want tomorrow. Some of you watching this, you are the problem. You are the one bringing these things into your school. And if that's you, you're the one who's bringing these things into your school, start with a conversation about why. Why is this important to you? What void are these things filling in your life? And why is it so important for you to bring other people with you into this lifestyle? If we're gonna make any difference in our schools, if we're gonna make any headway with making these things better, the first place it has to start is with an honest conversation around why.